Hey guys, welcome to the In Hyperspace Podcast. So, in this episode, I have a lot to unpack. I haven't made a video in a while, so I kind of have a lot of ideas, but it's like I really felt kind of this need to make this video to express all my thoughts because, sometimes I'll go on Instagram or something or Facebook and I'll just try to write out a post, and then I'm just sitting there writing and I just realized that, it's like I have so much to say here that just, a few paragraphs is just, not enough. I have to really express my ideas in a lengthy format, but I don't think this video should be too long. I think it'll actually be kind of one of my shorter videos. But okay, so what did I want to talk so badly about? 80-20 ground beef. What I mean by that is like ground beef, or it doesn't have to be beef, it could be any other ruminant or whatever, elk, bison, etc., venison, deer, whatever. And what it is 80% lean, 20% fat. And what this means is so you go to the store, you go to get your ground beef, and you see the 80-20 is highly neglected. It's one of the cheapest fucking cuts of meat that you can, or beef that you can get. And basically what I'm gonna do is for January, honestly I think it's gonna just go beyond January. I could almost see myself, I can kind of see myself doing the carnivore diet for like a year straight. I don't know. There might be a few occasions, but yeah. But basically what I had in mind was like a challenge for January, come New Year's. It's a challenge, I guess. I don't even know if challenge is the right word for it, but yeah, 80-20 ground beef. So what's the fucking hype about? So basically I'm going to be eating only 80-20 ground beef for the month of January. Probably past that, but I just, there's a few people that I've gotten on board with this. It looks like actually some people are definitely interested in trying this, and some people have actually just been doing this. Like I go on Facebook sometimes, I look at the World Carnivore Tribe or whatever the fuck that page is, the page with Michaela Peterson where it's like don't eat that. She has a Facebook page where it's basically there's this carnivore diet, there's zero carb, there's all these fucking labels out there, the lion diet, nose to tail, etc., etc. I've basically just come up with my own fucking like thing, my own solution to my own problem, I suppose. And so what it is and I'm gonna pause this video and make sure this is stable. Alright, I'm back. I just had to kind of adjust this thing here. I'm still kind of adjusting it though. One sec. Alright, hopefully that fucking, oh god, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back for real this time. I think I found a really secure position for this mic. But yeah, 80-20 ground beef for a fucking month. Sounds fun, right? It's I feel like I'm going to enjoy it. Basically the rules are as follow. As much 80 ground beef as necessary. In the day, every day, eating every day, multiple meals a day, it doesn't fucking matter. One meal a day, I don't give a fuck. Fasting, I don't give a fuck. I think one meal a day, and fasting will just come naturally for some people depending on, their activities. But so yeah, 80/20 ground beef. Why the fuck do I care about 80/20 ground beef? Well, so let me tell you. So 80/20 ground beef is just like, for me, I feel like it is the sweet spot. I did carnivore just recently for about over a month, maybe 4 or 5 weeks, I don't fucking know. But I was doing that, and I did carnivore before for 6 months, but this time I tried it again. In total, I probably have like 8.5 months of experience with the carnivore diet. And I'm still learning, which is fucking crazy, but I feel like if I can, take my knowledge from my experience of those 8.5 months combined and try to, distill some advice for some people who are interested in trying a fucking diet, trying anything to do any level, to just, if people want, to try something that might fucking help them, if people are interested in things that might fucking help them, I feel like I don't even know if a lot of people these days could care about things that help them, or that could help them, but that's a topic for another discussion, I feel like. But yeah, I feel like for me, I need all the help I can get, and I was trying to understand my problems, because that's what you're probably supposed to do with your problems, is to like understand them, to like learn from them. And so it's like I had this problem that I was trying to find a solution to, and I think I'm really stoked, because it's like, it's the problem of a staple diet. Like, what I mean by a staple diet is like what you eat, what you fucking, or what a person would, consume for a majority of their diet, as like their diet, or like, kind of just thinking of the perfect like dog food kind of diet for humans, I guess. That's kind of a weird fucking way of saying it, but like, what I mean is like just the simplest fucking thing, that I can conceive of, that would work as a staple diet, like a diet that I can stick to, a diet that I can fulfill my goals with, etc. And so 80/20 ground beef, it's so incredible, because it's like, I think it might actually just turn out to be like a diet for me to lose weight on, I guess. I don't know. I think it could be a staple diet, like in the sense that, like, even if I wasn't losing weight, I would still eat this way. And so, yeah, that's kind of just what I came up with, is 80/20 ground beef. And I feel like saying that I came up with it is pretty unfair, because like, it's just from what I've observed in my experience, and just like what my conscience is just all kind of has pointed to, is 80/20 ground beef, because it was kind of ridiculous. I was when I did this last month or so of carnivore, I just felt like, I started it off, and I tried to do some fasting to help me kind of get into the carnivore diet, which is kind of a tough way of trying to get into it. I think it was a better way of getting into it than what I previously knew, which was just trying to, eat a lot, hoping that would help me to get into it. So this time I tried to not eat a lot, but to kind of get me into that fasted state, and then from there, clear it out. I can just, have a new format of a diet, and just introduce that, and that would be, good. But I've came up with, I think, a better idea, which is just 80-20. Don't worry about fasting. Don't work, just add in what you can, cut out what you can. It's basically a cut the bullshit diet. It's kind of the equivalent of like a chicken and rice diet or some shit, whereas people will food prep to they'll get their protein, their calories, they're fucking all anal and OCD about the shit. They're fucking stressed out, their fucking hormones are going to shit. Except with this, your hormones don't go to shit, and you get much more nutrition than chicken and fucking rice and broccoli and fucking kale and fucking bullshit and cheat meals and shit. This 80-20 is like, okay, you eat what you need. That's all. That's period. Okay, that's what it is. You eat what you fucking need. Okay, and what I mean by that is like, there's gonna be some instances where people need nutrition very badly. Okay, and they've been deprived from good hormones. See, I'm not a fucking expert, but it's like I'm gonna, give my expertise on this shit. Okay. And I am drinking coffee right now. I really don't drink that much coffee. I drink coffee sometimes, okay, but I've been I'll go days without it, like it's not an everyday thing for me right now. I just kind of woke up and was like, I think I'm gonna do this podcast, this is my ceremony, I'm gonna get some coffee, okay. And yeah, but so with 80-20, what is the appeal, or like what is the value in 80-20 that I am trying to articulate? Because for me right now, since I'm not like ripped to shreds and a bodybuilder and shit, it's kind of like, for me, trying to articulate like why a diet is so good is like kind of weird, because it's like I'm not like a fucking elite level athlete right now, so it's like I'm not trying to tell people that if they eat a carnivore diet, they will win a race or anything like that, or that they'll win a competition or some fucking bullshit like that. But it's a possibility. But what I'm more so trying to get at is health, and stability, and freedom from addiction, and I feel like right now, 80-20 ground beef is in part a doorway out of food addiction. And in a way, it's like the way I feel about the mainstream diet, basically how I see most people eating, the mainstream format of dieting and or of the diet of the mainstream, I guess, is it's like a gluttonous, malnourishing diet. Like, it's like not nourishing at all. Okay, yeah, it has peasant level fucking nutrition in it, but it's like, it's not like a fucking it's like people are living off of little tiny health packs when there's like these huge fucking health packs out there, and like people are just trying to get by with tiny health packs. I guess I'm making a video game analogy right now, but like what I'm trying to say is like, um the way that I see meat is literally like fucking health packs, okay? It's like in a video game, you see this health pack that's just floating. I think what games have this shit? Like Doom, I think. You see the health pack, you go and pick it up, and it restores your fucking health, okay? And that's just kind of. I don't mean to get too far off topic here, but the topic being just 80-20 and this challenge. But like, what is the appeal? The appeal is the solution to problems, I guess, or like man, I could just get all philosophical right here. I might as well. It's my own fucking video. It's gonna be. I was hoping this video would be like 30 minutes long, but fuck, I'm in a groove right now, and I'm caffeinated. All right, boys. So, all right, that was kind of cringy, but all right. So 80-20 ground beef. Say yesterday I ate 2.5 pounds of 80-20 ground beef in basically one sitting. I filled up my plate with some, ate it, went back, filled up my plate again, ate it, ba-boom. I did it. But I was about 24 hours fasted because holy shit, this is a whole lot to fucking talk about. I'm really glad that I made this video. So I came up with this idea of the 80-20 diet, and I felt like it was like a staple diet, and everyone wants very fucking desperately bad, horribly fucking desperately bad, to have their occasions, their freedom to fucking to have pleasure, to enjoy the craft of some baker or some shit, some chef. Dude, I do not even give a fuck about like chefs and shit right now, like, because it's like chefs are like these crazy fucking like mad scientists who are just trying to figure out the perfect code for what is the most like satisfying meal or whatever food. And I feel like I have found the most satisfying way of eating that I know, so far. And I think it's only going to be incrementally different in the future, maybe a few percent changes or something. Maybe right now I really love 80-20, but maybe down the road I might love the fattier shit because it's, more calories and, less, it's so 80-20 is like, it's lean, but it's not obnoxiously lean, okay? I think eating super lean might be beneficial for someone trying to get on the carnivore diet. Like, here's my ideas, okay? So I think 80-20 is fine. People might have the issues are, I feel like, more minimal when it comes to transitioning. Fuck that word, transitioning. That sounds like some fucking but it's a change, it's an evolution. Okay. Oh my god, I feel like some people that I know in real life are gonna watch this shit and then talk to me about it, and that's cool. But I'm trying to make a fucking point here, and I'm struggling, but okay, just bear with me, okay, because because 80/20 ground beef. Okay, just as a staple diet, just kind of bear with me a second, okay? So, yesterday I ate 2.5 pounds, and from the packaging, that equivalates to 2,400 calories or some shit like that, or about, it's like 2,500 calories or so, give or take, maybe give or take 500 calories, or no, give or take maybe some people have reported, it's like, okay, I see the 80/20. The calories can vary in 80/20 ground beef, alright? So I go to Trader Joe's, that shit is 1,000 calories per pound of 80/20, and for me, if my Fitbit is not a lying fucking bitch, my how many calories I burn in a day is probably about 3,500 to maybe 4,000. I've had it up to 5,000 during the summertime, but I think I'm gonna kind of cool it down for the fucking winter. We'll see. I might go savage mode. I don't fucking know. But yeah. So yesterday I ate 2.5 pounds. So that was probably anywhere from 2,500 to maybe 3,000. Maybe 3,000 calories or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it was probably anywhere from a 500 to 1,000 calorie deficit, and I got 200 grams of protein in. I felt pretty full from it. I could have eaten some fucking dessert or some shit, but it's like, I feel like that sweet tooth thing is a totally unnecessary problem, honestly. Like, I just see a sweet tooth as, it's kind of like the unsolved equation. That's kind of what a sweet tooth is. It basically, a sweet tooth, what that says to you is your staple diet is not fulfilling enough, and you're hungry for more either nutrition or energy. Energy, like you might get more energy from it, but really you don't. I don't know, some people might, but like, okay, 80/20, I feel like it's perfectly fine staple food for me. It's like simple as fuck. I feel like it was, I don't know, maybe I'm talking out my ass here, but I kind of feel like it's what God intended, which is just, simple, not having to have some extravagant fucking like recipe or lifestyle of just eating all the time, and the variety, and just trying to find the right fucking it's like, how there's that puzzle game where it's like you fit the blocks, you put the circle in the circle. That's what 80/20 is to me, okay? It's a complete form of nutrition and energy. It has just enough protein in it, not too much to where, and not too little, or it's not too much protein to where it gets in the way of eating. Like, it's the most satisfying. I feel like it's very satisfying, perhaps not the most satisfying, but it's completely satisfying, I guess, is more so what I'm trying to say. It can be, if you eat enough, okay? Because, if you eat like a bitch ass little 500 calories, a little fucking double quarter pounder worth or some shit, yeah, you gonna be hungry. Okay? But if you eat how many calories your body needs, it might be you might be able to get away with some deficit, and it'll feel like you just got done feasting, and you're like, the fuck? I'm like still I'm like at a deficit right now? What in the fuck? It's that's what I'm talking about, is like where it's satisfying, really satisfying, and it's like people, okay. So I planned, so when I had the idea of the 80-20 diet, I was like, I don't know if this is literally just like psychosis. Okay, I probably shouldn't joke about that shit, but I felt like that I had this idea. I'm like, what if 80-20 is so good that if I were to just eat however I wanted, I would just end up back to 80-20. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that 80-20 really is what I, want, or like what I desire, I guess. I don't fucking know. It's like the answer to the problem I have, I guess. The problem being, everything diet related, I suppose. Like my wants for, okay, so when I did the 30 days of carnivore very recently, I kind of would, I started off eating fairly lean, just eating 85-15, even 90-10 shit, even lean, maybe even like 93% lean, 7% fat. I tried to do that shit for a little bit. That shit is like, it's hard, dude. Okay, that, like, it's not hard, it's doable, but it feels like work more than anything. Like, it just feels like a discipline, like, to just kind of be eating this flavorless kind of like pile of food. Like, it becomes flavorless because because it's like way too lean, and you get satiated on the protein because it's so much protein and there's not enough fat in it. So it's like it becomes flavorless, but you can keep eating it because you still have, the energy requirements, which would either come in the form of carbs and or fat. But it's like, since there's no fat and there's no carbs, you're trying to just get it all from the protein, and I guess that's possible. People say it's possible. I think some people have done it, where it's like a high protein diet, where it's like you have to kind of eat like a ridiculous amount of protein in order to just like fulfill your needs. I guess like the protein will get converted into, I don't fucking know what, like fucking glycogen or some shit, like sugars. Like, I guess protein alone can break people out of ketosis and shit like that, so people are worried about, I don't fucking know, but so it's like cutting the protein down a little bit, or not necessarily the protein, but it's like it's kind of like cutting the protein down and bringing the fat up, so it's like it's fulfilling both of the needs in a congruent fashion, or like simultaneously, rather than fulfilling one need and then trying to fulfill the other. Like, some people, like, it's a really good idea. I think it is actually a really good idea, but it's like you kind of have to be in a totally different zone to eat like this. And what I'm trying to say is, like, when it comes to the carnivore diet, is like I've tried to like just be like, okay, here's the lean meat and then here's some fat on the side, rather than say a steak that is fatty and all mixed together, just kind of having it separate and being like, okay, I'm gonna satisfy the nutrition, which is the protein, and then I'm gonna, satisfy the fat requirements. And I think that it can be done like that. Like I would eat, like one time I broke a 7-day fast with beef liver and some fat trimmings that I got from a butcher for free, I think, or extremely fucking cheap. Just fat trimmings. Like they take their prime steaks, their USDA grade steaks, their steaks that are fucking like $20 a fucking pound, and they trim the fat off of it, so it's like a lean fucking steak. And I'm like, oh my god, you're just wasting the fat on that. And a lot of people do not know what the fuck I'm talking about right now with the fat, because everyone is totally disgusted with fat, and I get it. I know why it's too much. It's energy toxicity. You're already it's like you're overflowing a battery or some shit. You don't want to overflow your fucking battery. You want to have just the right amount. And 80-20 might cause a little overflow of the battery. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, energy toxicity, it can kind of feel gross. It's like it can actually feel horrible, energy toxicity. And I guess I'm just trying to explain this experience that I have when it comes to eating like really fatty meats or something. Like it could be bacon, it could, anything where it's just like, it's like, oh my god, it's just kind of a lot of fat in my system, or it's like a greasy kind of feeling. Like you don't want to be too fucking greasy. People can pull that off, if I feel like that can be pulled off, like a really fatty carnivore diet. I guess women do better with a fattier approach. So I'm thinking like, if women were to try the 80-20 approach, they might want to have a dollop of butter or something, or two, depending. Probably just, probably make, it's like little burgers. You make burgers and then you just have a little square of butter on it, maybe, if you're into that kind of shit. If you become into that kind of shit, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, a lot of people are not fat adapted. What I'm trying to say is, like, a lot of people are running off of a fuel source, like crude gasoline or some shit, when they could switch over to a different kind of energy efficient form, like say a car that's a hybrid. We're hybrids, okay? We can burn fucking carbs and crude gasoline and shit, but we can also burn fat, which would be like burning electric in a car, okay? Yeah, a lot of people are just so stuck in burning sugar and glycogen that it's like, okay, here's the range, okay, of the normal person. This is burning fat, this is burning sugar. Most people are like burning sugar, and they can only, say a normal person were to try to pull off a 24-hour fast to try to start tapping into their fat, to burn their fat. They would burn up their sugar and maybe get real close to starting to burn fat. Maybe around the 48-hour mark, they might just start to tap into it. Fuck, dude. Maybe even 72 hours for some people. I feel like for me, I've had that experience where it can take a long time. 48 hours or so, 48 to 60 hours to really start to feel that ketosis feeling I can feel it when I start to burn fat, because it's like euphoric. It's crazy, okay? But, yeah, so it's like, and it suppresses hunger too, because it's like, once you're burning fat, you're just feasting, like, passively. It's weird, but it's feasting, but conservatively because that's your bank account, and your body knows to not just spend it all your savings, at once. It's like there's some conservation there, or like there's kind of like some restriction in like energy use. Like it's demand driven. It becomes more about the demand. You have to really demand energy in the fasted state, or you can just kind of hibernate. That's probably the best way to fast, in my opinion. But or even like some cardio, like steady state cardio is actually really nice. It gets you just like, but I don't know, it just kind of expedites the benefits of fasting and shit. Walking does that too. But holy shit. Yeah, so 80-20, I'm not gonna be too worried about fasting. I think it's gonna come about naturally though. I could just see myself, just totally going ham, eating as much as I desire, and then I'll just kind of be like, well, I'm kind of getting bored of eating, or I feel fulfilled with eating. Like it's not like I have a gun to my head trying to find the right nutrition or some shit to make me feel fucking satisfied. It's like just a like a contentness, that I'm trying to strive for, and then from there I could fast naturally, is kind of what I'm thinking, or it's kind of like letting the fast win, or the fasted state win, where it's like, I don't really feel like eating a lot, or I just kind of lose the desire to eat because it's like I've already eaten plenty. Like people are really held back by how much nutrition that people are really held back in terms of how much nutrition that they actually get in their diet. Yeah, people say there's nutrition in fucking kale and shit, but it's like fucking the nutrition is just like totally not balanced at all, and it's also just like there's plant toxins and shit. It's like, yeah, you might get nutrition, but you're gonna get some plant toxins too. It's like it's a double-edged sword, so to speak, and it's like I don't know, it's not really necessary, I don't think. Carbs are definitely not necessary. Even some doctors will tell people like, oh, you're gonna starve your brain your brain needs glycogen, and you're gonna starve, like you need sugar, your brain needs sugar. But it's like the liver can produce glycogen, alright? Basically, like, the body can produce that shit. You can still get a fucking good energy while on the carnivore diet. Like it yeah, so okay, 80-20 ground beef as a staple. And okay, so I did this thing where I'm like, it was Christmas Eve, and I'm like, okay, I was kind of thinking about it a little bit. I had the idea of 80-20. I'm like, oh my god, if I just eat like this, it's kind of like the law of attraction or some shit. Like I felt like if I just eat 80-20 ground beef, my goals will just like come to me, almost like losing weight, building muscle. Like I felt like that this diet, it's like, yeah, I ate 200 grams of protein yesterday, and I was probably at a deficit of maybe 500 to 1,000 calories, and it wasn't extreme as fuck. I probably could have eaten a little more to just maintenance, but what I'm trying to say is like, it's like getting away with the deficit just is a little bit easier, because it's like I got all the nutrition I need, and I got enough fat, energy too, or enough calories from the food to have a good momentum with energy, feeling like I am not like struggle busing, that I'm equipped, to handle life and shit and work and all that, and maybe even some exercise, like I might even feel like exercising, because it's like I'm just it's like a over um I don't know, it just kind of depends. I feel like if I have enough energy, then why not? It's because it's just like but all right, so is there anything else I want to say? Okay. Yeah, I did this thing where it was Christmas Eve, and I'm like, okay, there's this 80-20 diet, okay? And that is going to be my staple diet. That's just, if I do that for a long period of time, it might not be the fastest transformation, but it's like it'll happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what I have to do. And so I kind of had this idea where I'm like, okay, but I was thinking of other people, and it's like, okay, but is just 80-20 ground beef forever, like, really, how you say, I feel like people don't want that, you know what I mean? I feel like I probably don't want that shit, okay? But I guess the ideal is like you have a staple diet and then you have the occasions, okay? People eat like it's a fucking occasion every day. Like, I swear, dude. Like fucking dessert every day, just fucking that. It's kind of sad and disgusting, but it's like people will like, they'll try to have their staple be a dessert or something like that, desserts and snacks and just fucking empty foods, and they're just growing this underlying hunger and the starvation and shit. Cause I wanted to test a hypothesis. I'm like, okay, if the 80-20 diet is such a good fucking diet and such a good fucking staple, that it's so like, how you say, if it really fucking works, if it works so well to the point where it's like you get some freedom, you know what I mean? It's the discipline that gives you the freedom, okay? So I guess that's the ideal there, I suppose, is like, it's like, okay, maybe I can have an occasion every now and then, and then from there, it's like, I feel like everyone wants to have their fucking occasions, because it's like you don't want to have to explain to everyone your whole fucking regime of the carnivore lifestyle and shit. Like, people don't want to hear your fucking what is it, dogma or whatever. So it's like you don't want to just show up to fucking Thanksgiving or to a Christmas eat out feast or whatever and just go to the fucking stove and make some 80-20 ground beef. That would just kind of be like you'd just feel out of place, alright? Like, you would just kind of, I feel like I would feel out of place. I would just be like, why am I even here? Like, I'm not even like, I don't know how to explain it, but it would just kind of feel like an asshole. Maybe that's one of the issues I've had with the carnivore diet, I suppose, is like feeling like an asshole, because it's like people, they have their gifts and their offerings and their thoughts they put into things. They're like, they really desperately, horribly bad want you to try something that they crafted, something that they put their heart and soul into, that's their fucking life or whatever, and and you just are like, no thanks, thank you, but no thanks. Like, I appreciate this fucking, like, some people will just be so ecstatic about whatever, like, pleasure, that they can offer or something like that. They want to share it horribly bad, and, kind of want you to, I feel like, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of like, I feel like people are, in their own way, just trying to figure out what's best, I suppose. And, I feel like you gotta have an open mind, okay? In the sense that it's like, okay, is it really the best? Like, you gotta kind of be like, okay, for whatever reason, I don't fucking know, but maybe this truly is the shit, and it's kind of like treating people how I would like to be treated, I suppose. And like, it's like I don't know how to explain it, but I'd want to be able to have occasions, I suppose. Maybe that's a lie, I don't fucking know, because I guess I don't want to just kind of be weak or whatever, and to not be able to, say no to people and shit. But it's more so like, I just don't want to, say if there's like a dinner or something and I'm invited to it, it's like making it all about me, perhaps, somehow, by just being like, oh, I'm different, I like, this is the best, and all this other stuff is like peasant food, and and like, I don't fucking know. But I guess I want to be able to have a form of empathy or some shit. Or oh shit, dude. See, here's the thing with the carnivore diet is like, people might see me doing it. See, dude, this is like mental jujitsu, for fuck's sakes. It's like, people might be like, okay, yeah, your diet, yeah, you have this extreme diet, okay, cool, but I have my shit, and this is the shit, dude. This does not, like, this is the top of the fucking shit, okay? Like, this is the best. This, like, people have their pride, okay? And they're just like, this is the most fucking supreme fucking thing ever. That's basically what I'm doing with the 80-20, okay? So, like, I get it. But it's like, people, it's weird because I feel like people always have their fucking offerings or some shit, and it's like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, they're just trying to be nice. I guess they have like, they're well intentioned. For me, it's hard for me to offer people things sometimes, because I think about their health too much, and I don't want them to have a health disaster. But I guess, okay, so I went off of the carnivore diet. Jesus, it took me how long? Like 50 minutes to be able to say that. But I basically went off the carnivore diet for like, on Christmas Eve. I think that was like a few days ago or something, and I wanted to do it until New Year's, basically. I just wanted to give myself that time to be able to step in other people's shoes, and to be like, okay, I see where you're coming from, I get it, I see I see, like, be able to like really see from other people's like experience, I guess. Like, I see this experience, I see that you think it's great, but I think there is still something better, and that's just what I'm gonna go back to. I'm just gonna go back to what I think is best. And what I'm trying to say is, like, just be able to, like, this is kind of fucked up, dude, but it's just kind of like, maybe it could be taken to the extreme, but I don't know, where it's like I want to be able to be like, okay, I've kind of thought about this, maybe, where I'll try it. Okay, I'll try it, but if it's not the best, it's kind of like I'll try it in pursuit of really knowing from experience, just going off of experience and having not all of the experiences, but, having, the experience to just be like, okay, I see this, I just, I might have my issues with it, and just be totally honest about it, because I feel like some people are not honest about their own issues, and a lot of people don't want to, come out with how much their shit stinks, or their horrible digestion problems, or their etc., etc. I get it. I have my own problems, and it's like kind of you don't really want to, like, be exposed, I guess. Like, people don't I think a lot of people are like, not really too. I think nobody is really a fan of, facing their problems or exposing their problems and shit. So it's like, if I tried something out and then was honest about the problems I have with it, I think that would just kind of be like me being able to lead by example or whatever, and being able to be honest, and be like, and give my own objective experience or some shit, or subjective experience, I don't fucking know, but so okay, here's kind of what I'm thinking. I do the carnivore diet, or I do this 80-20 ground beef thing, okay, and say I do it for a month, or I'm gonna try to do it strictly January for a month, just to have that experience. I'm gonna make a video about it, or at least try to, before and after, just kind of see what the effect it has on it, take a scientific point of view, or document. That's all it is like, I'm just documenting my experience, and if people learn from it, then great, that's all it is. People want to insist on carbs and fucking fiber and fucking whatever it is, low protein, substituting meat, and just kind of printing meat, and using plant oils like soybean or cottonseed oil or some shit. Like, fuck, dude. That shit's actually gross. Like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird, because it's like, I've thought about being able to, try it. Like, what if I just tried going fucking vegan for, a period of time? Like, seriously, like, what if I just went vegan for like a month, so I could be like, okay, I fucking tried it, okay? Even though I know I feel like it would be like I don't know why I would have to prove that shit, but it's like, it almost feels like self-harm in a way, or some shit, where it's like, okay, I know it's gonna hurt. It's like I would be making a sacrifice to my health, to try the vegan diet. Like, it kind of worries me, actually. Like, I wouldn't want to do it for a sustained period of time. Anything longer, maybe. Like, I just don't want a horrible digestion. I don't want to get, like, some serious adverse health consequences. I don't want, like, fucking sarcopenia to lose my fucking muscle mass or anything like that, or fuck up my ligaments and my brain health, and oh my god, dude, that's that shit sounds horrible, but it's like it would be fucked up, maybe, I don't know, but to just be like, okay, I want to be able to be in people's shoes and be like, I'm here with you. I'm in it. Like, I'm trying it. But no, this is not the best shit based off of my experience. That's what I want to, I guess I want to be able to have that, like, say in the matter. Be like, okay. And this kind of fucking pisses me off, because it's like, I don't know how much of a savage fucking devil pride is in people, to where maybe it's like, even if I tried going vegan for, like, let's say I tried it for a week, and people were like not satisfied with my trial or some shit like that, like, they're like, oh, you need to do it for a month, or you need to do it for 3 months or a year, several years, to really harness the fucking plant magic, you know. That's kind of how I feel about it. I don't know if people can ever really be satisfied. I don't know. Unless they, you know, try 80-20 ground beef for like a fucking, you know, see if they can do it for a day. Shit. For 24 hours, see if they can survive eating only 80-20 ground beef. Honestly, I think I would not want to do the vegan diet for a month, because I just think that is just like too much. The way I see it though is like, oh my god, this is like a ridiculous conversation I'm having with myself right now. But I guess it's like, so during this occasion, the several long day occasion thing, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, eat whatever I want, not overindulge, you know, I'm not trying to fucking kill myself, just kind of, you know, try different things, you know, enjoy, you know, just enjoy things with people, and just kind of, you know, see how, just, you know, have that be a thing. You know, I'm not expecting it to, you know, fulfill me nutritionally. I feel like I might deal with some, I pray to not be horribly fucking sick from this shit, and to have serious like digestion issues. So it's almost like I kind of did almost go vegan or some shit for this several day period. Not 100%, but basically what I'm trying to say is like, I just removed a lot of, like, I wasn't trying to eat ground beef because I felt like that would just kind of like fill me, and I wasn't trying to be actually fulfilled, I guess. And I was just trying to like, you know, just enjoy some food. I know that it's gonna come with a cost, and that it's, you know, but I'm just gonna do it, you know, cause, you know, I feel like I love people, and people, you know, they're really extremely fucking I don't know if poignant is the word, or whatever, where they're just so fucking like keen and like flexing or whatever. They're like, people have, I don't know, it's like this vanity or pride or some shit about, you know, I don't know what it is actually, but it's like, I feel like there's kind of this clinging, it's like a death grip, and in the fucking like way that they're eating or whatever, their lifestyle and shit. It's like a fucking like, it's like yeah, like a death grip, like you're clinging on to it for fucking dear life. Like that is the only thing keeping them going, type shit. Um, so it's like if I take that away from people, that's like taking away their joy, you know. Because but what I'm trying to say is that there's joy isn't the right word for it, but it's like a it's like life or something. I don't know. There's like a light, you know. It's beyond. There's a light beyond what we all know. I feel like there's like something that is beyond, and there's like a little light, and holy shit, dude. This is so fucking random. I just feel like this came to mind, and I have to say it. But I've been waking up sometimes, like in the middle of the night, and it's like I feel like something is just trying to enter my consciousness or something. Like something's just trying to show me, and it's like I close my mind and I surrender my awareness to it or whatever. It didn't happen last night, but it was so close to happening but it happened maybe a week earlier, where it's like it's just a flood of fucking like DMT visuals or something. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Okay, I'm not gonna say too much about it, but it's like I feel like I've been getting these floods of like it's like these psychedelic visuals or something, where it's like this world or something, and there's just rushing like pattern and constructed like images, or like I don't know, it's just kind of like there's some weird world, or there's something else that just kind of like entered my mind or something. Is weird, but I have that sometimes when I've been having those kind of fucking experiences, which is weird. I don't know where the fuck they come from, but I've been just trying to open my consciousness up in the right direction, or to understand, like trying to understand love and shit. But yeah. Okay, so damn, dude, this video is like going on. I was not expecting this shit to go on this long. I'm gonna really try to fucking wrap this shit up because I don't want it to run out of space. But okay, so I took a few days. I was eating whatever. I experienced like I just I tried it. I'm like, yes, this shit does taste good. It it's very pleasurable. It's like very like you taste it and you're just like, oh my god, that's fucking delicious, dude. Holy fuck, that's delicious, that kind of shit. But it's like but it makes you kind of feel like shit after. It kind of just like makes you it's like hungry but not wanting to eat, and just kind of like brain fog, fucking headaches, fucking being hungrier. I don't fucking know. That's how people live though. And I'm just like uncomfortable digestion, just hoping that I don't have a fucking disaster health consequence from this shit, cause I don't know. So yeah, I kind of cut back on the meat when I was doing that occasion, because I wanted to really like experience like outside, the other side. I want to be able to see from both fucking sides. That's what I want. Okay. And basically what I want to be like, okay, you want me to, it's like I feel like some people, they want me to try, it's like people really want me to try shit for whatever fucking reason, that they think that they might be well intentioned. They're like, okay, I really love to do this, I think you should try it, and if you like it, awesome. That's kind of what they think. And then I'm like, abruptly, I'm like, well, I feel like I know where that would lead to, and I just feel like I'm not trying to go down that road. I feel like I like the road that I'm on, and so be it. that maybe, I'm not really sure if that's prideful, because I feel like it's based off of just kind of what my experience, it's just kind of like, I feel like if I were to try to go vegan for a month, I would probably experience digestion issues, probably pretty, I don't know for sure, but I feel like I'd probably get some digestion issues, probably um be kind of ravenously hungry in a way, and I probably might run into kind of like depression and shit, like at least give it some time, and I feel like it would make me fucking depressed, probably make me anxious. I'd probably be like yeah, see, I have to be careful though, cause it's like when I did this occasion thing, it was really kind of daring of me to try. I don't know, for better, for worse. I don't know why I decided to do this shit really, but I guess I told myself, I don't know, it could have very well been a bad fucking idea to actually just go off of the diet and try to have this occasion, but it's like I just really want it to be like, I want to be able to tell people, like, you can have your occasion, like, you want it so fucking bad, you can have it, but like there's got to be a staple diet of the discipline. I think discipline might not be the right word for it, but like, you gotta have the sustenance. You have to have a staple diet. You can't just live like a fucking occasion, like a constant party, because that shit will kill you. Like, party till you die type shit. Like, dude, I would kind of like to see you live life, That's not all there is to life. It's actually kind of sad. I think, there's more to life than just being intoxicated by fucking like junk food and shit, and even if it was like a clean vegan, oh my god, like say if I tried fruitarianism for a week, dude, fuck that. That's actually way too extreme for me. I would not do that shit. Maybe for like maybe for a day or two I would try it, but it's like, as a fucking like, oh my god, dude, as a fucking lifestyle, dude, that'll fucking kill you. Like, there's some people who've been fruitarians. Basically what that means is they just consume only fruit. It's like the opposite of a carnivore, the most extreme opposite, where it's like they just only eat fruit and just kind of wither away and just, yeah. I kind of have this idea too, where it's like everybody who's not doing the carnivore diet is basically just withering away. I don't care if a person is ripped as fuck at like 20, 30, whatever. Give it till they're fucking 70 or 80 and they're like have sarcopenia, which is basically their joints and cartilage are just like wasting away and shit, and their brain function is like to hell because they've just been constantly stressed. Honestly, I think the 80-20 diet it's gotta be, I think it might be the diet that is least stressful to the body. Actually, I think the body actually knows how to handle eating meat probably the most out of everything. Like, I think meat is probably but here's a caveat though, is like, I think when meat is mixed, oh my god, when meat is like mixed with like plant matter in the diet and shit, or like, I almost feel like it's better to just go one way or the other, like, rather than trying to be, like, go in the middle. I don't know, I just feel like trying to go in the middle, I guess some people might be able to pull it off, but it's just like, that doesn't even sound like exciting to me. Like, it just kind of feels like, I don't know. like half-assing or something. Like if you're gonna do it, I don't know. It's kind of like if you're gonna do it, just do it. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Maybe a lot of maybe that shit didn't come from the heart, what I just said there, but um yeah, I guess what I'm thinking though with the 80/20 is like I think that would be like my, I don't know if it would really be like a weight loss diet. I think it would help me with weight loss, like gain confidence to fast or to be able to fast more naturally without being deprived of nutrition and shit. Or at least building good momentum with energy to the point where it's like I can just kind of like cruise or like be able to switch into burning fat like easier rather than, you know, just kind of struggle busing it to kind of waiting to get into ketosis, just kind of being able to like have good momentum and living my life, and then it's just it just kind of comes as a side effect. Like I could see myself maybe losing, you know, maybe 5 to 10 pounds a month just doing this. I don't know, maybe less. I don't know. Depending on how hard I go, it could also be a lot more weight that I could lose, because maybe I'll just kind of get to a point where it's like I'm like, all right, I'm kind of just, I feel like I'm done eating. I don't really care. Like I might as well just fast. I'm just gonna kind of keep going because it just feels good. Like I'm just gonna stick with it. I don't feel like I need to fucking eat a lot of food right now, so I'm not like you know, if I just kind of feel like skipping eating for a day or something, I might do that. I might throw those days in every now and then. And every time I do that, I might lose a pound or something, you know? And then just, you know, just kind of, yeah. And, kind of like worry-free weight loss is, I guess, what I'm trying to get at. Nothing where it's like you have a gun to your head and you fucking are trying to do like a fucking 2-week long fast or something like that. I don't, nothing like that. Where I don't know. I still love the snake diet, like fasting and stuff, but it's like I also understand the appeal to not having to fast, you know. And yeah, so if there was a diet where it's like you don't have to fast but you'd still lose weight and you don't have to starve yourself by just eating a lot of plant volume, you know, a lot of salad with a sliver of, you know, slivers of meat on it or whatever, just food volume to pretend that you're full, that you just ate or whatever, and then losing weight and fucking brain mass and shit doing that, I don't know. Like losing actual good, like losing fat, not muscle type shit, you know, not losing brain mass, not losing cartilage and I don't know, like the best way to lose weight. Like I guess that's what I'm really trying to figure out, because there's a lot of ways to lose weight, but what is really the most ideal for the body and for, you know, being your number one self, you know, your fucking highest performing, like a high performance diet that you can also lose weight on. I think that's fucking 80/20 as far as I can tell. But I think I'm just gonna wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching this shit. I will be trying to make a before and after carnivore diet or 80/20 ground beef video. I might try to eat some like I decided to go to New Year's with this shit, like, you know, to going off of the 80/20 shit, but I honestly love it so much that that's just what I did yesterday. Like I'm like, I don't want to eat anything else other than 80/20 today. I had some little thought after I ate 2.5 pounds where I'm like, I could probably eat like a fucking slice of cake or something, but it's like, fuck it, like I'm not gonna go fucking make a trip to the store or some shit to do that. I'm not gonna go out of my way and out of my means to just do that, you know? And I feel like if I were to do that, that would probably just make me feel sick because I already just ate enough. And eating that 80-20 after, you know, just cutting all the carbs and shit, going 80-20 from doing a few days of, you know, occasion type eating or whatever, I just, you know, I was getting headaches from cutting the sugar, I think, and it was just like feeling hungry and just kind of, because I did like a 24-hour fast or something. Like I just kind of wanted to I'm like, I just want to get back on my shit maybe, or like I want to get back on my shit. I just feel like when I start eating like shitty stuff, my mind is like, okay, how the fuck are we gonna get out of this? Because it's like, this is not good, and like I don't know, I just kind of get that feeling like it's not good, and maybe I should just go to cleaner carbs, start, you know, eating some fucking dates and drinking whole milk or some shit, and to get carbs, but to kind of get away from the more processed bullshit. And yeah, what else? Yeah, you know, I was trying to eat like an occasion, and I just did it for a few days, and I'm just like, this is kind of getting old. This kind of feels like I'm wasting my time. This kind of feels like I'm just going unconscious or something. Like that's the only thing, like I'm not achieving anything because I'm just, I don't know, it's just like kind of, it's almost like a hassle. Like it feels like a hassle to have to go and like worry about eating something, like going, you know, to the store, whatever, you know, going on food runs and shit. That's a waste of fucking time, and that's a hassle to other people, you know. I don't know, I don't like, I just feel like there's this addiction cycle with carbs and stuff that I've been in at several points in my life, and it's like I just feel like I never really want to be there, and I felt like this time I went there just to be like, okay, it's kind of like I want to have the confidence to be able to get out of that place. I want to be able to solve that problem of being in that place of just food addiction and being totally consumed in like the mainstream way of living and shit. Like I want to be able to like enter that platform or that format, that lifestyle format or whatever, and then I guess like what I'm trying to say is like it's a weird fucking logic, but it's like I want to be able to like get into that that form of that I want to be able to like crack the code to being able to eat like that, I guess, but then being able to also not eat like that, you know, having the actual control, having the actual blueprint to be like, okay, this is what causes obesity. This is the path that everyone this is like the path that is causing so much like suffering in the world, you know. And there's a better way, and I want to master the ability to go from this way to the other, like going from this way to a better way, and being able to be like, okay, there's a better way, and I can show you the steps, and I can show you that I can do it. I I want to lead by example and be like, I can do this, and like and I can do it in a way that is with the least amount of suffering too, you know, because there's a lot of diet extremes and fads out there where people like starve themselves and are constantly stressed, and they're just withering away. They have no energy, they lose their period, they have no sex drive, etc., etc. They're losing brain mass, they're having like, it's very serious. People can get like incidents of fucking strokes and shit on the vegan diet. Fucking shit is like way worse than, I don't know, like like, I want to be able to help people escape from what is fucking killing them. So, and to be able to actually live this life a little bit longer, in a way that isn't miserable, physically painful. The inflammation, like, yesterday when I just tried to do like a 24-hour fast, that was actually stressful. I just decided to just skip breakfast or whatever, and it was stressful. I had to it was stressful, but I kind of realized that it's like, okay, if I'm gonna transition from eating like shit to not eating like shit, I could just try to do a fast and to just scrub it all out. That is possible, and it can help. Where, when I got home, I was actually feeling good because, like, I was able to put off eating, which was kind of cool, actually. I wasn't absolutely starving, the entire day. It was just for a period of time, and then once I got over that, I'm like, I could probably skip until tomorrow morning and, do a 36-hour fast or whatever, but I'm like, whatever. I'm like, eating 80-20, like, all this 80-20 ground beef just sounds awesome right now, so that's what I did. And yeah, okay. But I also kind of realized that if I'm gonna transition from eating like shit to the, like, a better way, which in my opinion, 80-20 for me is the best way for me right now. I wouldn't try to force a fast and, undergo that stress and that hunger and shit. I think what would be good is to eat some 80-20, maybe not a lot though, but just kind of having it on hand, like meal prepping, having, a Tupperware full of 80-20 ground beef. I like to cook it until it's really crispy. It's like the consistency of brown rice, like fried rice or some shit like that, like, but it's better. Like, it just, I don't know, it's like, but holy shit, what else? Yeah, so I'll be starting this January 1st, and I don't know. I will try to get a before and after picture for the month, and I'm kind of stoked actually, but I don't think it'll be a crazy transformation. It might be like a 20-pound. In my head, I'm like, okay, when I eat carbs and stuff, I can actually put on a lot of fucking weight really quick. Like, I went from 170-ish at my fasted weight, so my fed weight with eating 80-20 might be fucking 175, maybe even 180. I don't know, like, just under 180 or whatever, to where, I had these few days I was eating carbs, and my weight shot up to like almost like 190. It was crazy to me, but I kind of expected it. To where I know that if I were to just, eat 80-20 and, do some moderate fasting, nothing extreme, I would just cut that fucking 20 pounds off, like 15-20 pounds off in like a matter of a few days. Like, today I weighed in 180. Cool. I might it's kind of weird, but it's like I might just want to like eat some carbs to just kind of show what happens to the body, like to kind of get that bloat. This is so weird, but like to just be like, okay, this is the body on carbs, this is what it looks like, and then to be like, okay, fast forward a month of just 80-20, and this is the transformation. And I feel like the transformation would be like, it would just look like I just leaned down, like, quite a bit, like noticeably, like a noticeable kind of, like, it wouldn't be shocking per se, but it would be like noticeable. It'd be like, okay, that there's something going on here. How come he went from bloated to fucking like to like cutting weight like that? Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of crazy about this shit. Yeah, I'm lucky that I didn't have a health disaster though with this occasion eating. I was a little scared, but I was just like, okay, I feel like eating less ground beef would just kind of help to uh it would give my body less to deal with, I guess, cuz 80/20, the body deals with meat very well, but it's like I don't really want to be like, I don't I don't know. I just felt like it might give me like if it I guess what I was thinking of, like, if eating like this were to just give me horrible like shits or something, I don't want to have to shit everything out. I would only want to have to shit the shit out, not the. I don't know, but I think that worked okay. I got some symptoms of like just kind of feeling slightly nauseous, headaches, fucking some mild stomach cramping. Nothing bad though, not like a clench or anything. Just kind of like it's like this kind of sucks. I didn't feel like I didn't. Some people will have horrible flare-ups though when they quit the carnivore diet though. So I don't know. Some people, they'll get. I was getting some like back pain and shit. It was weird from just carbs. Like that shit's real. It's just like the inflammation kind of inflammation that the body gets from eating like shit is just kind of like, it can cause like pain and shit. Like back pain is weird, and then you gotta, yeah. But yeah, it was good making this video. I had a lot of fucking shit to say. It's been a while since I made a video. Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, go to. I'm trying to think of how I can do like a group chat or something. I think I'll do a group chat on Facebook somehow. I think I'm gonna make like a group on. I think I should just make a page on Facebook with the 80/20 diet. Not the 80/20 diet in the sense that it's like the fucking you eat bullshit 20% of the time, and then eat a starvation fucking calorie cutting diet to to mitigate the damage, but like a 80/20 ground beef carnivore diet thing. But alright, thank you guys for watching this shit. Much love. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. God bless you all. Fucking peace the fuck out, y'all. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. Fucking tell me I'm full of shit. Tell me, I don't fucking know. I don't give a fuck. I just like to see the comments for some reason. I don't even care. I would probably even like to see people like, I don't know. Like, even if people were to just kind of like try to break me down and be like fucking like everything I'm doing is like horribly wrong or some shit. Like I try to have an open mind, it's like, I hope this isn't true. Like the environmental claims and all that shit. I guess like there's like I just try to look into it if I can. I just kind of go based off of my own intuition, my own experience and shit like that, and I just feel like the truth has a way of, speaking for itself, I guess. But yeah. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. God bless. Bye, everybody.